Okay, g'day viewers and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. Well, today I'm at Team Swinburne, which is at Hawthorn, Victoria, and I've got Ryan from Team Swinburne. Ryan, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
That's all right, no problem at all. Now, Team Swinburne do an electric car, like a Formula One type of car.
Yes.
First of all, tell me a little bit about Team Swinburne.
Yep. Team Swinburne's been around since 2000. We've been building Formula SAE cars in the Australasian Formula SAE Championship. This year we have our 2013 car. So we design, build and race a Formula style race car every single year.
Now, Swinburne is a university. Okay, so you're a part of the University of Swinburne.
Yep.
You've been. How did this program get evolved?
Yep. So it's done through the engineering sort of faculty at Swinburne. So we're all a group of engineers ranging from mechanical all the way through civil and also of course electrical and mechatronics. We also branch out into the commerce department dealing with sponsors and marketing and that sort of stuff. But yeah, it started as an engineering sort of program and it's really sort of developed into a whole sort of operation.
Right, so virtually end to end in regards to the design, development, the building of the car, and also the marketing and the sponsorship of the car. So that's fantastic. It must be good as a student. You're obviously a student.
Yes, I am. Yeah. So I'm in my final year of mechanical engineering. This is part of our final year project, but we can also do it pretty much right from first year all the way till final year. So it really captures pretty much every single student at university level.
Fantastic. And how has it been for you to actually do this course? Because it's a real application.
Yeah, absolutely. So engineering. So when we're in the classroom, we really learn about sort of the principles that you would use when designing something like this. And this sort of project, an extracurricular activity, we're actually able to put in what we learn at university into a proper sort of project, and at the end of the day, see it go from 0 to 100 pretty quickly. So it's a pretty rewarding experience.
No, fantastic. And you're actually learning as you go, as you said. How's your racing ability been going with the drivers that you have for the car? Obviously, you're racing it. So what's happened there? Have you had many wins on the board?
Yeah. So in 2012, we came first in the electric division. Last year we came second. Obviously, this year, of course, we're going to come first. Saying that at the moment. Yeah. So we develop our drivers. We're all university students, so we race it personally. Not many of us have had too much background. We've had a little bit of karting experience and that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty raw drivers driving these sort of things. So that's why we have a lot of driver training, and that's where we think we can pick up a lot of points.
All right, let's go and have a look at the actual car itself, the 2013 model,
Yep.
and see what it's made of.
Fantastic.
All right, let's go, Ryan.
So Team Swinburne races in the Australasian leg of the Formula SAE competition. There's legs all around the world, a few in the US, a couple in Europe and also Japan. So we race in the Australasian, which is held in late December at Calder Park, as Andrew mentioned just before. So the whole competition is about engineering practice. So it's about designing a car to best suit the specification of rules that we are given at the start of the year. So they limit things like the type of chassis, manufacturing, the speed of the engines, the power of the engines, and what sort of capacity batteries we have. The competitions actually run in both electric and petrol. So we race completely against petrol cars in the Australasian comp. We're quite new, so Swinburne from 2000 to 2010 raced a purely petrol car, and in 2011 they made the switch to electric car, and that's what we have here. So electric in Australia is quite new, so we're still developing the technologies to really push against the petrol cars. But as of this year and the future years, are really starting to give them a good run for their money in the competition. So here we have our 2012 chassis. As you can see, it's completely designed and built by the students of the team. So Swinburne has really allowed us to develop our skills that we've learnt in our coursework to actually apply it here. As you can see, it's a full chrome moly space frame, completely designed by the students. Full roll cage as designed by the specifications of the rules that I mentioned earlier. So at the moment, as you can see, it's completely apart. All the body panels are around the workshop. We're actually letting our first and second years restore the car back to basically a working order. It's a really good project for them to be able to get some experience on the team first and second year when they're not able to really design components to get the practicality that they'll use in third and fourth year. So that's a really good project to keep as many students from Swinburne in the team as possible.
Baby, please don't go. Baby, please don't go. Baby, please don't go. love me so, baby, please don't go. Well, your mind done gone. Well, your mind done gone. Well, your mind done gone. Left the county for me. Here the shackles on, baby, please don't go.
So every other university in Australia that offers engineering competes. There's about 20 to 25 universities in Australia. We also have a couple of participants from New Zealand and also UK and around Japan and that sort of stuff. We then split the comp into two sort of sections. There's a static and dynamic events. The static events is stuff like a presentation of how we came to the design that we have here, so why we've chosen the wing or why we've chosen these tyres, and then we also have a range of dynamic events. Dynamic events range from an acceleration, which is a 0 to 75 metre as quick as you can. We also have a skid pan, which is basically a large figure eight, and you've got to go around that twice. Then onto an autocross, which is a really, really tight sort of circuit. Basically, if you go to a go-kart sort of track, you'd cone that out and quite tight. So it's all about that quick acceleration because we are students, so we're not doing 200 kilometres per hour, unfortunately. We then move onto the last day for the endurance, and that's where the main points are, which is about a 30-minute long race. Two drivers, one at the start, we go in for a driver swap, and then come in for another one. So that's basically the whole competition, and that's race at the end of the year in Australia.
Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars.